Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Melissa Heck and this is my YouTube channel, Missy's Makeup. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup using some of my favorite products, and we're going to be doing an eyeshadow look for daytime that can be easily converted into a nighttime look. So I'm going to show you two eyeshadow looks, and we're going to be using one palette for that. So if you're interested in that, then please stay tuned. Today it is Friday, May 1st, and it's a heck of a day for makeup. And now let's get right into it. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with my favorite. As always, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear foundation. About 4 pumps. Okay. I don't know how many pumps that was. It's 4 pumps when there's actually stuff coming out. That's what she said. And don't mind my face, like the redness spots. I picked at it. So don't do that. How does it go? Do as I say, not as I do. That's what my dad always said. Bounce it all around the whole face. I'm roughly going over my eye sockets and around the chin and kind of bringing it up into my hairline. This is supposed to be somewhat quick, trying to get ready and get out of the house to go to work. I have a hair. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, I see it. I see it. Did I get it? Okay, I think I got it. I hate that so much. Oh. Alright. Get it nice and blended. I'm gonna bring it underneath my eyes really quick. Make sure it's nice up into the hairline a little bit. Down the neck. Okay, that's done. I'm not going to do concealer because I just don't feel like it, and again, trying to save time. If you needed to do concealer and you wanted to save some time, you could put the concealer on when you put your foundation on. So just put the concealer on underneath your eye and wherever else, and then put the foundation on and blend them both out together at the same time. I feel like it's quicker than doing them separately. Alright, I'm going to take my Luxie Precision Foundation brush and a little bit of the COVERGIRL loose setting powder that I like so much. It will be linked down below, and I'm going to set my under eyes. And then I'm going to take my large powder brush from Luxie and take that same powder because we're being quick here. And just to set the face, I'm going to bring it all over my face. Look at that. Now, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is my favorite. It's shade bronzer. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics powder brush that I like so much. I'm just going to point that at my cheekbone and just kind of brush at an angle. This is a quick version of contouring and bronzing all in one step, just to bring that warmth in. When you put foundation on, it's just like balancing out your skin tone, and it kind of washes you out a little bit. So the bronzer just kind of warms you up. Oh my gosh, this is what I hate about this part, is that my hair, like even though I clip it back, it's all over the place. So I usually have to like hold it and do this, and it still gets everywhere. I'm just going in a like half moon shape from my temples to that spot on my cheekbone and connecting my temples like that. And then I'm going to take some more of the bronzer and kind of just run it on my jaw on both sides. Now I'm going to take this small, it's like an eyeshadow brush. I have no idea what the brand is. The name wore off. And I'm going to take the same bronzer, just dip this in really quickly and kind of do a really quick bronzing contour on both sides of my nose. And I'm going to wrap the tip. That's what she said. Oh, Lord, help me. There we go. That's done. All right, now I'm going to take my Luxie blush brush and this Tarte blush Don't mind, it's very old. I got it in an Ipsy bag. I love it. It's shade Feisty. It's the Amazonian clay formula. I really love this. Swirl it around in there, and I'm gonna blot it on my cheek, and then kind of in a circular motion bring it into the bronzer on my cheekbone. And again on the other side, placing it right where I want the most concentration of the color and bringing it into the cheekbone with small circular motions. I feel like this side got a little pinkier than the other side. Okay. Sometimes I like to bring whatever's left on the brush up into the temples. I feel like it adds some of the pink from your cheeks into your temples, and I like the way that looks a lot. So do it or don't. I don't care. Now, next we're going to run into brows, and a good way to do this quickly, I like to take the brow gel first and make my hairs stand up, and then take the pencil, which that's optional anyway, but the pencil, and just make a nice clean line underneath. So first I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Mascara in shade 03, and I'm going to run that into my brow hairs. I'm not being very careful whatsoever, just doing it. Doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. Other side. Now I'm going to take my trusty CoverGirl Ultrafine Brow Pencil in shade Rich Brown. I also like soft brown, so I don't know. This is the one I grabbed today. I'm going to take this and just lightly make a line. Boom. Alright, now just kind of brush a few little strokes. A few little strokes into the front there. Kind of like we're drawing hairs, you know? Flicking it. Alright, and then I'm going to take the spoolie and I'm going to run it through a little bit because the bottom, that line is it's so clean, and I want to rough it up a little bit. Okay, so sweeping the spoolie through just ever so slightly, and then I'm going to go back in once more with the brow gel and sweep it through the hairs. Now, obviously this kind of depends on your particular brows and how full they are, how full you like them to look. Makeup is subjective. I've been into a fluffier brow lately. Okay, now that is done. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the fun part. So I chose the Tartelette in Bloom eyeshadow palette for today because couple of things. It is quite affordable, yet it's still somewhat high-end. It's a no-brainer. From the quality of the eyeshadows to the layout to the colors, it's very easy to use. It's very beginner friendly. I really like the way the shadows blend together. It's almost like they blend themselves. So for someone that's not very comfortable doing eyeshadows, but someone that really likes it and is maybe interested in doing it more, this is a really good choice. So I am going to use this today, and we're gonna do two things. I'm gonna show you a daytime, and then I'm gonna convert that daytime into more of a nighttime look with just a couple of steps. So we're gonna get into that right now. So I'm gonna be focusing on this middle row today. I have used this row, and I haven't really gotten into this one much, but I know it's gonna be beautiful. I have swatched it. And so yeah, we're gonna get into this today. I'm going to start with my Luxie 205 shader brush, and I'm going to dip into Flower Child. It is this creamy shade here, and I'm going to dust this all over my lid. This is a shade that is just kind of like it's setting my eyelid area down for eyeshadow. So the next thing I'm going to do, and this is where we're going to get into more precision, I'm going to dip into the second shade in the row. It is Smarty Pants with the same brush. I'm going to place that right here above the crease area using windshield wiper motions. And I'm taking the brush and I'm going straight at my face. I'm not at an angle. That just helps you be more precise. Just a little tip there. And then I'm going to circle, small circles, small circles. Alright, I'm going to do it a little bit more because I want to intensify it just a little bit more. But again, this is our daytime. And that's not to say that you can't wear bright blue during the day. That's just, it's up to you. Once you have this built up to a intensity that you like, then you can move on to the next one. So the next shade we're going to do is actually the all over lid shade. It is called Firecracker. It's this one right here. And just to be quick, this is a way that I like to do this because it's very quick and easy to do. You just run a shade on your crease area, your crevice area. Then you just take a good shade that you would like for all over the lid and you just swipe it on. You can use a brush, but I do like to use a finger because I like to apply shimmers with a finger. I feel like it makes them more intense and that's what I really like. So I'm going to dip into Firecracker with my, and I always use my middle finger, so sorry about that. I am not flipping you guys off. So I'm going to just run this all over my lid because we're being quick. This is a quick look. I'm running out the door to go to work and I just want some makeup on and I want to look like I wasn't being quick, you know? Okay, and I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to really put it right here on the center just so that that part looks really nice and foiled. All right, and you should have something like this right now. Okay, so I'm going to take the same brush that we used in the beginning and just kind of gently run over the crease area again and bring it out here just a little bit, just make it fade really nicely. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is a small tapered blending brush from Luxie, and I'm going to dip into this shade here. I know it's not in the same row, but it's in the same palette and it's a highlighting shade. You could also use your highlighter if you wear highlighter every day. And I'm gonna pop it right here on the inner corner just to really brighten that up. And there's no shimmer, it's just a matte shade, but I do feel like it brings some brightness to the eye. And I'm going to do the same thing right here underneath the brow bone. I'm going to bring that right there. Make that look a little higher up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to my other eye and we'll come right back. Okay, and we're back now. I'm going to finish this. This is the daytime look. I'm going to finish this up with some mascara. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. Just gonna pop some of this on really quick. Look at that face I'm making. Isn't it attractive? Gorgeous face. Make the worst face possible when you're doing mascara, and then you know that your mascara will look great. As long as you look hideous while you're putting it on. Oh my god. I got something in my eye. I got a chunk of mascara in my eyeball. Okay. Lower lashes now. Okay, so say this is our final daytime look, and in this scenario, let's say we were allowed to leave the house, and let's say you were at work with actual human beings, and your favorite coworker came up to you and said, hey, a bunch of us are going to the bar to have some drinks at happy hour. Would you like to come? And you just wanted to run home and freshen up really quick. You could make your daytime look that you were already wearing into a nighttime look with a few extra steps. So I'm going to get into that right now. So using the same palette that we were using earlier, I'm going to jump into this dark shade here. It is called Activist, and I'm going to take this little small tapered blending brush from Luxie and dip into that shade. I'm going to pat this on the outside edge of my eye and do really small circular motions once I've placed a majority of the pigment where I want the most concentration, and just do small circular motions. I'm not going in with a lot of the color at once. I want to build it up. I don't want it to be too intense. I'm going to get a little bit more and pack it right there. And when I say I don't want it to be too intense, I mean I don't want it to be too intense right off the bat. It's harder to blend eyeshadows into a less intense shade than it is to just build it up over time to the intensity that you prefer. All right, and I'm placing that at a slight diagonal angle and bringing it kind of up into the crease a little bit with windshield wiper motions. Just whatever's left on the brush, feathering it outwards just a slight bit. All right. Should kind of look something like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. All right, and then I'm going to take the original big brush that we used for our crease area, and I'm going to go back into the crease color Smarty Pants and run it over all of those shades just back on the crease again, just to really blend that together. Now I'm going to take this small, it's a flat definer brush from Luxie, and I'm going to dip into the darkest shade again, Activist. I'm going to run that right here on the lower lash line, just on the outer edge, on the outer third of my eye, and connect it to the darkest part on my upper lid and make it kind of sharp. I want it to look almost like an eyeliner, but it's not. You know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down. All right, something like that. I'm going to do the same on this side really quick. Again, making very strange faces. All right, and then I'm going to take this Luxie 229. It's just a tapered blending brush. It's not quite as long as the one that we used for our crease. And I'm going to dip back into Smarty Pants. It's the crease color. And I'm going to take this on my lower lash line and just really smoke out that dark color and run it into the front end of our eye. And really just smoke this out, blending everything together. All right, same on the other side. Okay, and since typically speaking, when you're blending shades, obviously we lost intensity of that eyelid shade. So I'm going to go back into that again on Firecracker here and just blot that back on the front 2/3 of our eyelid, just like that. And again on the other side. Okay, and just because it would be nighttime and I would want a little bit more punch, I'm going to mix the whitest matte shade in the palette with a little bit of this lightest shimmer shade. I'm going to pop that right here on the inner corner to bring some sparkle and some more brightness to that inner corner. And again up on the brow bone. All right, and this would be our nighttime look. I'm going to take my clips out for this part. Oh my gosh, I forgot highlighter. How unlike me. Lord, we have to do it. We have to use the Revlon Skin Lights. You guys, I just can't. I can't even with this stuff. I just can't. My highlighting brush from Luxie, I'm going to pop this right here on my cheeks. Obviously, again, this is not necessary. If you are saving time and you don't care about highlighter, then please do not worry about it. You do you, sweetheart. This is, for me, almost necessary. I just absolutely love it. I'm going to pop some of that right there on the nose, bring it down my bridge, and right here for whatever reason. I don't know. I really like it right there. What is that? Why do I like that gleamingness right there? I'm going to put some more right here on my forehead. On my forehead. Put it right here on my lip so I can have a shiny mustache for some reason. I'll just keep putting it on forever and ever and ever. Okay, and we're going to finish this off with some lipstick. I'm going to use Nude Lust by Maybelline. And I think I'm going to use some of my Morphe lip gloss. This is shade Pop, 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 Pop. All right. I really like this color, especially for summer and spring. Very pretty. All right, and this is the final look. Yeah, I think this is really pretty, and I think it's really quick, and it looks like it took a lot of time, but it didn't. It was very simple, and we actually used our finger for a big part of it. So I just really like it. I think this palette is great. Again, like I said, for beginners, and I feel like it's very flattering for plenty of eye colors, skin tones, and I just think it's super easy to use, and I'm a big fan of it. So if you're in the market for something like that, I would highly recommend picking that up. This is an older palette. It is not by any means new to the makeup world, but it's a favorite of mine. I hope you were able to learn something. I hope you're able to take something away from this video to help you in your everyday life. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any suggestions, any feedback, and if there are any requests for any future videos. I would really love to hear from you guys. Everything that I used in this video will be linked down below, along with my social media pages, my Instagram Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So come follow me there. Come be a part of my little corner of the internet. I would love to have you. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys here again soon on my next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.